What is going on, everyone? We are back with the Pound and Slash Marvel Media Podcast.
I'm Pound.
And I'm Slash.
We're doing this thing.
Alright, so today's a big day. We got to tier something last week.
Yeah.
We get to tier this week. We're going to be reviewing the last episode of She-Hulk.
Something.
And then we're going to give you our overall opinions of the show. And then we're going to tier it. And then next week is the last 5 episodes of the 1994 Iron Man cartoon.
This stuff just
we'll be
gets
tiering
better.
that week, and then Ralph will be picking the next show.
I hope I pick something. I swear to God. I'm going to pick something else that's going to be so bad again. Because I told him, I watched 2 episodes of Iron Man, the guys, I watched the 2. I'm like, okay, it's okay, but it's still bad. It's still bad, man. Oh, no.
But yeah, so per the norm, we're going to go with the news. I'm going to go ahead and start off the news because I have news. 4 Marvel properties have been pushed back. We are no longer getting 2 Avengers movies in the same year. Secret Wars got pushed back to 2025 or 26?
I hate... Sometimes... Okay, I shouldn't say because I don't have hate towards Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige's cool. I just... What's the word I'm looking for? Because... You was hyping me up. I was about to jump for joy. It's like, yo, push it back. We gotta push back. Come on.
I think there's multiple reasons. I think the very first glaring reason on why things got pushed back, because that got pushed back, Blade got pushed back,
Deadpool got pushed back.
That
was the first big one. Besides,
no, I don't think Deadpool got pushed back. Did it?
I thought we was in a group chat, and I thought he.
It might have been.
I thought we recorded. I meant like we.
I'd have to go look at the date because I think it was already set for 2024, which is when it's still coming out.
Okay. Or maybe
it might have got pushed back in the year.
In the year, that's how I'm thinking later on in the year.
I think I could be wrong. And then something else. I don't remember what the other thing was. They're like, this is news. You're supposed to know. I know.
Right.
Hear me out though. I think there's a reason that these things are being pushed back, and I don't necessarily think it's just because of what the main one is. I do think the main reason is because of the issues with the Blade director being fired. Or let go, or quitting, whatever it was.
Well, because it's like Edgar Wright. He wanted something else, and Kevin Feige said, no.
But, so the director's gone. So that's going to get pushed back because they now need to find somebody else new. They're on the cusp of probably needing to replace Mahershala Ali. Mm-hmm. Because he's not very happy with the way things are going.
I hope not. I really hope not.
I think he'll be a good Blade, and I personally think he's still going to be here.
Right. For at least just do one movie. Do one movie. Then if you want to give him like a multiverse thing, another Blade, then do that. Like, right. But don't just. We hadn't even started. I mean, they already started like recording, right? Like filming, right? Like,
no, they haven't.
No, they haven't.
No.
Well, dang. Okay.
So
that's gonna be breaking news. Mahershala Ali got replaced.
I think it was supposed to start recording soon or filming soon.
Right. I think I talked about in the news. It was filming. Or started to start filming before this happened.
Now here's the next thing too. I don't think it's just because of that.
Right.
I think that's the cornerstone of it. But with Blade now going to need more time.
Yeah.
This also means he's probably got at least a decently sized part in Secret Wars, which is why Secret Wars got pushed back. If this is getting pushed back, Secret Wars is getting pushed back. There's a chance that Deadpool and or whatever else this other thing that got pushed back was.
Right.
There's a good chance that those are major storylines going into Secret Wars. So now those have to be pushed back because everything else has been pushed back. But what this also does is open up room for other Marvel projects to come in.
Right.
And fill
it's a lot, but
fill in those spots. Because we already know he's got like 50, 60, 70 projects.
Man, he said 100.
Right
that mug said he had 100 projects going. And now that the pen, whatever thing, go over the situation, he said 100 projects. We want to greenlight all of it. So, yeah, he's been pushing. I mean, well, you saw it at D23. This is literally about what? That was like, 30 projects he just named? We hadn't even got to the other 70 yet.
Right. This also means Armor Wars can probably get slotted in somewhere.
Right, because that's supposed to be a movie, which, that's the news. Well, we already talked about that last week right there.
Yeah, but I'm still up in the air on it. I don't know if until it gets closer to time and they finally
show a trailer. They go show it.
I'm not going to believe anything.
Right, I got to see a trailer for
And second off, the other thing we got to remember, Marvel pushes their stuff back all the time. All the time.
Yeah. If
they come up with a new idea that's like, hey, actually, I think this would fit. Really
They sit in like a like in She-Hulk. They sit in the boardroom. It's like, you want this? It's like, oh, we're gonna move that back. Like, wait, what the?
KEVIN decides when things come out.
That is so true. With his 3 eyeballs, like, and his dude's hands like this, like,
and his makeshift hat.
Makeshift hat. I love it, man. Like,
but yeah, so I mean, things like this are gonna happen.
It's just irritating because dang, we gotta wait.
When I first seen that we were getting 2 Avengers movies in the same year, part of me was like, "This is really dope," but then a part of me was like, "I feel like this still is not going to happen. Something's going to happen."
And something.
I didn't think that something was going to be this quick.
Yeah, I was like, at least wait
this
till
wasn't
next
even a
year.
month ago.
Right, dang. At least wait till next year. Like, maybe like January or February. He's like, no, scrap all of it. Like, I feel like they were in there, like...
I would rather know now than be a year closer.
Okay.
And then, all of a sudden, oh yeah, we're having to push things back.
Whoa, you would have...
Because then you're like, mother!
Oh my God. I can see it now, because like I said, we working all that stuff. He would have came and be like, did you see this on your phone? What? They push back, and it's like, wait, we already a year into this. Like, hold on, what happened now?
Right.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so my best advice to everybody is to not get all bent out of shape. Don't worry about it. They got to do what they got to do.
But the fans are toxic, bro. You already know you about to get something.
They suck.
Come on, man. Come on. Marvel fans up there with Eminem fans right now. They're starting to slowly get up there right now of like, free my boy.
Nah, Eminem and
who else?
Who's the Nicki Minaj fans are the worst.
Oh no.
And YB and Youngboy.
Wait, I've heard about NBA Youngboy or Youngboy. I heard about that dude. Why? What the frick? I mean, he's okay, but he ain't the best. Anyway. Let's get some more shits here, man. Breaking news. That's my soundtrack. Keep that. Disney Plus # Marvel Zombies will consist of 4 episodes. So what do you think about that? 4 episodes of Marvel Zombies. Yeah.
That's short.
Watch them all be like...
How long are they going to be?
They still discuss details on it yet. I'm going to check, though. I'm going to check that.
They're gonna be I Am Groot style shorts.
They said Marvel Studios' first rated R show gets a record-breaking episode count. So, let's see.
I'm about tired of hearing record-breaking, by the way. The night before She-Hulk came out, I read that it was She-Hulk season finale is going to be a record-breaking low time amount. And I was like, what? 35 minutes.
Can't wait to get to that. That's going to be great. Yeah. Because, like, WandaVision was 9, Falcon Winter Soldier was 6, and Loki was 6, What If was 9, Hawkeye was 6, Moon Knight was 6, Miss Marvel was 6, I Am Groot even had 5. That, like, and of course, Third Law, She-Hulk had 9. Yeah, they said it's just 4. Oh.
Stop yawning, asshole.
Oh, man, I can't. We've been up all night for 2 days in a row. Are they saying it could be 40 to 50 minutes? Wow, this... Oh, no, this is something else. They don't got really a time frame on it, but... Somebody said I'm disappointed. It's based on one of from What If. Should have been based on the comic. Can't do that. But... So they're saying that. Also... Other news we have. What else you got?
Terrence Howard's back in the news.
Again? What happened?
Marvel news. He's now saying that he called Robert Downey Jr. 17 times one day, 21 times the next, because Robert Downey Jr. still owes him $100 million.
I told my family.
But said he let it go because it's his nature.
Listen here, Chris Tucker or whatever. This is Chris Tucker, Jackie Chan all over again, Rush Hour again, bro. I'm gonna need for you to go outside for a minute, man. I understand Empire failed, the TV show Empire failed because it was just a crappy, shitty show anyway. And I'll stand by that. All 5 of you can come at me with that. That was a crappy show. Terrence, I'm gonna need for you to go outside, touch some grass. We in 2023 right now. I don't understand why is he upset for, and I told him, I said, bro, oh, he's still upset. He is still upset about this shit, and I don't know why. I don't understand, and I feel like, could he ever come back? I'm not saying it's Rhodey, but could he, if he was in good graces with them, could he come back in the MCU? Like if he was no, okay. I was saying like maybe like if he was ever like good hands or something like what they did with the chick from Thor: Love and Thunder.
It's also rumored. Sorry, I'm moving.
No, go ahead. I know you are. Are you so evil? Yeah, Harrison Ford.
Charlie Cox may be in Spider-Man 4.
Oh.
Maybe finally getting that Daredevil and Spider-Man team up everybody wants.
Did you hear about Harrison Ford might be coming in?
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Did we? Yeah, he's going to Captain America 4? Yeah, they talk about that one. Yeah, he's going. He's for. He say might be in Captain America 4. Shoot, where'd you go? Let's see. It said passive fan favorite actor will also be tragedy, and unfortunately, the MCU has to undergo 2 major losses. So it is more likely that he's still being talks of playing Thunderbolt Ross. And Captain America. Oh, don't do that! Don't whisk it away! Come on, man!
Dude, Harrison Ford's so terrible now. When was the last good movie you've seen him in? Let me rephrase that. When was the last time he was in a movie that he did well in? I won't even say a good movie that he did well in.
And that's like Indiana Jones, but like
Raiders of
the Lost Ark. I was about to say like the Temple of like the first 2. Yeah, like the third one.
He's just too old. But now again, though, this would be a role he wouldn't need to physically be doing anything because it'll be all CGI.
People are saying that too. Like why is Harrison Ford here? One dude said, what did he say? He said, so I guess we're saying the actors that play Ross is replaceable. Yes. You can replace Thunderbolt Ross if you can find.
He's a small role.
Great.
Well, the actor itself is a great actor.
No,
but he's passed away. The role itself isn't a major role as of yet. It can become one.
Right, depending on where the writing takes it.
Right.
Depending on what the Thunderbolt thing we're talking about takes it. So yes.
But as far as in the MCU, I mean, technically he was one of the main antagonists in The Incredible Hulk.
Right.
But otherwise, he just showed up 2 other times. One of them to talk about the Sokovia Accords, and the other time to talk to Black Widow.
Yes. After that, I think that was pretty much it. Because I thought that's what they were using for.
In terms of full-blown MCU, we're saying full-blown MCU.
Right.
Like, we're in
He's
this
only
movie.
been like 4
He's been in 2 movies.
2 movies.
Incredible Hulk. I'm not counting that. That wasn't full-blown MCU. That was still when they were thinking about putting stuff
together, so.
But full-blown MCU.
I would say.
He's been in 2 movies. And probably had a total of 10 minutes screen
10
time.
10 minutes screen time. That's it.
This will get some people excited. Robert Downey Jr. has said his comeback to the Marvel Universe has to be fleshed out carefully and excitingly enough for him to get pumped about the part again. He was last seen as Iron Man in Avengers Endgame. He was once again asked about his possible return to the MCU on the Joe Rogan podcast. The actor crushed his fans' dream when he said that it is likely not to happen anytime soon. He was also asked if he would be game just to voice his character's part in Marvel's animated series What If Season 2.
Okay.
He says, to me, starting up again is off the table. I feel like I've done all I could with the character.
Right.
He's essayed Iron Man for more than a decade of his career, starting with the first ever Iron Man movie, which kicked off in the MCU in 2008. His character, Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, was killed off in 2019's Avenger Endgame. Spoilers. But if you didn't know about that, why are you here?
I like how you just spoilers. Like, what the fuck?
The actor said his comeback to the MCU would have to be fleshed out carefully and excitingly enough for him to get pumped about the part again. There would have to be a super compelling argument and a series of events that made it obvious.
It's like Captain America.
The other thing is, I want to do other stuff.
Right.
Rogan played the advocate for millions of fans as he tried to put up a theory to convince RDJ to consider return to those films. Here's what I think. They go through a few semi-lackluster Avengers movies without you. There's a moment where the world's fate is at stake, and they realize they need a super genius. Then they figure out how to restart the time machine. You step out of that machine, and an entire crowd goes wild.
Oh,
said
shit.
Rogan. Now only time will tell if RDJ ever makes a comeback. I hope not.
No.
Let his death be permanent.
Yeah, because now like you said, I think you said it before, like, well, if you bring him back, then death is just off the table now, because now any comic book character can come back. Like Chris Evans, I mean, no, he's not. This character's not really dead. He's talking about, like, he said. Remember, Chris Evans said the same exact thing. He didn't want to really play it. He will only come back if the character is truly needed. Like you said, like fleshed out, new story, new everything. But if you don't really need this character, then technically you don't really need this character to even be here no more. That's why I said, like, I'm happy that RDJ what is it? Maybe consider. No, he ain't trying to consider nothing, is he? he's just talking about it. And then he said like, well, it's up to the writers to have a compelling story for him to come back. So I don't think there's no reason to even bring him back anymore. To be honest, no, for like this. And I know fans are like we talked about last year, or 2 years. No, 2 years ago. 2 years ago, last year. Remember they made that big ass billboards. Over there.
I was like, what the fuck was that?
I thought the cats were making they ate a toy that made noise. I was about to leave this house immediately. But it's like, remember that billboard? We want Tony Stark back. They put all that. I'm going to say they put all that money. The billboard. We want Stark back. We want Stark back, please. We want a prequel of Tony Stark. Like, what was doing in there? Like, no, he's gone, y'all. He's gone. Rumor has it Marvel Studios reported now developing a Nova series as a Disney Plus special presentation. So they're thinking about still making it, but it was because at first it was going to make it to a series, but now they make it like a special presentation though.
Right.
So there's that, and let's see. Okay, here's something. Mahershala Ali's report is still fully on board with Blade despite its production woes, as the lead actor has alleged she's been given the creative power to have parts of the script rewritten as his request. So he's still on board.
Who?
Mahershala Ali.
Oh.
Yeah, he's still on board because I was thinking like because he said like no, oh sure, I looked at to make sure that he didn't dip out or nothing. So he's still on board to be a part of it though. So that's pretty cool. Oh, The Rock has addressed his looking take a bite out of Marvel with Black Adam. That answer is unequivocally no. We don't want to be Marvel. We want to be DC. I don't want to take a bite of that apple. I want to grab a new apple. Also, The Rock even said he would like to have a Superman versus Black Adam movie, and fans were thinking he's still going to be the DCU, even though that's not DCU. He just wants a Black Adam versus Superman movie. That's the point. People are mad about that. They're like, are you doing DC? He's like, no, he's not doing that. He'll do a Superman versus Black Adam movie, but he ain't doing nothing too extravagant. Like, he ain't doing that crap. No.
Right.
Oh. Okay. The T.J. Miller incident. I mean, I know we talked about it, but this time, they've already reconciled with each other, following comments he made about the strained relationship. So I guess they've came to terms with what they were saying. Because remember, last time I talked about it, they were like, he walked away from Roberts because he said something about his acting or something, or his comedic, or didn't they had beef with each other? T.J. Miller and Ryan Reynolds, they had beef. So now this time they reconciled each other. So that's pretty cool, at least.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
I guess Ryan Reynolds emailed him.
Right. Do you have anything?
I got nothing. There's absolutely nothing.
There really isn't. And we already talked about Blade being delayed, but they're saying it's has been delayed 10 months to September 6, 2024. So September 6th, you might see Blade of 2024.
Right.
So it was you. So that's going back to what you're saying, that it's been delayed later on that year. So, wait, Fantastic Four movie has been delayed too?
Yeah, that was the other one.
Motherfucker. Oh my God.
You'll live.
February 14th, 2025.
Are we done?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, let's get this.
I gotta go look up the name of it because again,
no, you don't. I'm just kidding.
I didn't even have the Disney Plus app open.
That's the sign. I saw the sign.
It's the season finale. I saw the sign.
Remember, guys, this season finale. This season finale is epic, all that, in a bag of chips. Matter of fact, I should have got chips and started eating them. man, this season finale, y'all. It's like I want an 8-piece McNuggets or McNuggets, 8-piece chicken, fried chicken.
Alright.
And some biscuits and a macaroni and cheese.
Episode 9, season finale is called Whose Show Is This? Or whose story is this? Whose show or whose story?
It's Jesus.
Whose show? Whose show?
It's Michael Myers' show. What if they just had Michael Myers show up? He's a like, oh my god, I got Michael Myers here too?
So, just to give you guys, again, this is where spoilers come in, okay?
Heavy spoilers. We're about to spoil.
Heavy spoilers from here on out.
Yeah, we
if you don't like
spoiler-free
spoilers, go watch the episode, come back.
Just watch it.
Quick recap. Jin's in prison. She agrees to put on the power dampening anklet in order for her to keep her freedom. Because if you guys remember at the end of the last episode, she lost her shit for a little bit.
Which rightfully so, because they showed some incriminating shit.
She gets out. She moves back in with her parents. Starts to hunt down the intelligentsia, at which point her mom gives her best friend an old college video of her dancing and twerking.
She was clowning. Hey, driving. Hey, she look good with braids. She get that one.
At this point,
Ralph's shit was something to come true for real.
Jin decides she's going to go visit the retreat on her own to clear her head. While this goes on, her best friend uploads that video that her mom gave her to Intelligentsia just so she could get an invite to this surprise gala that they're having where all of Intelligentsia is getting together. And she gets the invite, at which point she goes and gets the guy that works in the office with them. And she takes him up to the gala to interact with Intelligentsia because everybody thinks she's a guy.
Yeah.
So she needed a guy to be her.
She's a man, Amanda Bynes. So.
That's a terrible movie.
This was never mind. Exactly. It fits the bill, don't it?
No, not at all. At that point, is when we find out who all is in Intelligentsia.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a cringe fest, goddammit.
What's his name?
Todd. Is his name Todd?
Is it Todd? I don't remember what his name
Todd,
is.
Rod.
But it's the guy that she went on the date with earlier in the season.
I think it was the
who was
first
super
day,
cringy and
he's
was
like, you got vibranium. He's asking all the questions.
Right.
Shit.
He's apparently the creator of Intelligentsia,
right.
which I think everybody saw coming.
If you didn't see it coming, where have you? You was seeing something else then. Never mind.
But it was all a bunch of guys who were giving excuses on why they didn't like She-Hulk, which most of it was because she's a female.
It was just cringe fest.
To be honest, I'm pretty sure I saw Nerdotic in there.
Yeah. he saw the quarterly. He's like, that is the quarterly.
This is one of those moments where I realized when they were writing this show and they were filming it and when they were getting it, they've been calling all the backlash they were going to get the entire time.
Yeah, they
knew what people were going to complain about, and they didn't care.
Right.
They joked about what people were going to be complaining about, and they were spot on.
Spot on, yeah.
Spot on. Now, so it's basically just a bunch of guys that hate women.
That's literally
a bunch of guys that hate women. So pretty much, most of YouTube.
One of the motherfuckers said, he said, this was crazy. He said, we got a She-Hulk. Why can't we have a Man-Hulk? I almost wanted to throw my whole TV out the fucking door. I would have went with my neighbors. Like, okay, where you going around? I was gonna put this on TikTok. I swear to God, bro, this was not gonna go viral tonight. Like, where you going? Why you plug your shit, motherfucker? I was gonna throw it at my damn landlord, bro. Hey, can you just catch this for me? Yeah. Just the whole thing, the whole fucking TV. Cause what is we doing? What am I doing? Oh no, you're not doing you.
So during this, Jin, who is at the resort, but she's in a different area, decides she's going to go see Abomination, but whatever his actual name is, I can't remember.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. But they're gonna go see him, and she starts heading down to where she's told he's at. We go back to the thing, and Abomination, as Abomination, walks in and starts talking to the crowd in Intelligentsia.
And for a brief second, I was like, "Yeah, here we go! This is."
I love what they did here because he was hired to come in and talk to these people, but was not told why.
Why?
So he thinks they're there because they need their spirits uplifted.
Right.
So he's saying all the stuff he would normally say to a group in a sit-down circle or anything like that, and it just so happens to coincide with the things that these guys want to hear.
Right.
But he has no clue this is Intelligentsia. He has no clue who Intelligentsia is.
And it dawned on me as I watched the second time. I said, "This motherfucker doesn't even know who Intelligentsia is. Ain't this a bottom bitch? I'm about to throw my whole chair outside next."
So, as he's giving his speech,
yeah,
Jin walks in.
Oh, it was so perfect.
And,
I was like, "Here we go."
And this is when shit gets wild.
I was ready for it though. I was like, "This is happening."
So, Jin, like I said, Jin walks in.
And she's like, "What the hell?"
She gets mad.
Oh yeah, she's like, "Blonsky?"
And her best friend walks in.
Right.
And she's like, "Jin, we gotta go."
Right. He said, "This is Intelligentsia." He talks like this. This is Intelligentsia. We gotta go.
All of a sudden,
Titania comes.
Titania didn't come in yet.
Oh, not yet.
All of a sudden, the main guy that created Intelligentsia talks about how he had the Hulk's blood, and now he's going to inject it into himself so he could become a Hulk.
And now that I realize synthetic means fake, I should have known what this goddamn episode was about.
He injects himself.
Yeah.
He turns into a Hulk.
I actually might would have loved seeing that fight, actually.
At that point, Emil Blonsky is the guy's name.
Yeah, Emil Blonsky. Yeah.
Picks She-Hulk up because everybody starts rushing her, and he's trying to protect her. And he's like, everybody needs to stay back. At which point, Titania busts through the wall.
She said, "What does this bitch never use her door?" So it has some funny moments.
She busts through the wall. Hey. Jin's best friend says, Does she not know how to use a door?
Right, she said, "This bitch don't know how to use a door." I said, "Yo." Okay, see, out of all the episodes, this was the one that actually made me laugh. I like this one.
So Titania's actually coming in to help She-Hulk because she doesn't like male chauvinist pigs.
Yeah.
At which point, the Incredible Hulk,
out of
nowhere, drops through the roof and starts attacking Blonsky. And what was really cool was Blonsky didn't fight back. If you notice, he's blocking. He's like, "This is not what you think. Calm down. I didn't do anything." And at this point, this is the most She-Hulk thing that could have happened, and this is why I love this episode so much.
That's awesome.
At this point, She-Hulk looks dead at the camera, and she's like, "Is this what you guys wanted?" And everything's just going chaotic. Titania's fighting. Everybody's fighting. And she's like, "This is my show. This is not how this is going to happen."
Then we get back to the main screen. I was like, okay.
And then she finally looks back at the camera, and she goes, "Really, is this what you guys wanted?" And then all of a sudden, we get the Disney Plus home screen.
And you know what's funny? I wish that was a breaking news moment. Somebody probably thought that, wait, did my TV break?
For a split second.
You thought, yeah.
I was like, what? I said, "What happened?" And then I smiled. I was like, "No way."
Right.
No way. Okay, and by the way, I forgot to mention this, and I have to mention this. The actual episode's intro was amazing. They took away the previously on, and they basically recreated scene for scene the original Incredible Hulk from the 70s and 80s. Well, yeah, 70s and 80s. The intro to that show, but made it to She-Hulk.
They should have just, you know what would be really cool? If they just kept it like that. That would have been smexy. I probably would have liked that if they just kept it like that. But I guess it is what it is.
But no, so going back to what happened. So she busts out of the She-Hulk panel.
Yep.
Looking around. And then she finds the
Marvel Assemble, which
Marvel Access or Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel Assemble, which is like behind the scenes
right.
that we normally look at for anything.
Which is the behind the scenes thing, and she swings down
and
into
busts
that and busts into that panel. Now, again, this is a very She-Hulk thing to do. She-Hulk in the comics walks from panel to panel.
Mm-hmm.
So like literally her legs cross over the panels.
Right.
Like she's walking to another panel.
To another panel.
Ad pages, she would be ripping through the ad just to get back to the story.
Right.
So she's very much this is something that is expected from her. She goes into the boardroom where they're talking about season 2 of She-Hulk and what their plans are for season 2. And she looks at him and starts to argue with him, and she's like, who's in charge of all this? And they're like, Kevin. Kevin's in charge. And she's like, where do I go talk to Kevin?
They all start laughing.
They start laughing. They're like, you can't talk to Kevin.
I will die.
And this guy was
kill
like,
you.
This guy's like,
Kevin.
I would kill you for Kevin.
My man did a Megan Thee Stallion moment. I will kill you for Megan Thee Stallion.
So then she walks through the Disney headquarters.
Right.
Into the Marvel studio. Well, she fights. She has her own hallway fight scene.
Right.
Which was very much like. It reminded me of the
Black Widow.
The Black Widow one from the very first movie. But
they all started jumping on
that very first Black Widow fight scene was terrible.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
But she's just whooping their ass.
Just taking names.
She grabs one dude, sticks his face up to the button,
and smash his head. That's like, oh god.
Walks into the main Disney Plus or Marvel Studios office, and they've got the setup where it's
it's all the clips.
They will no, that's not even what I'm talking about yet. I'm talking about just in the lobby.
Oh.
They've got the Iron Man set up in the background.
Right.
She walks up and the guy's like, you can't go see Kevin until you sign an NDA, basically saying she can't talk about it outside of it.
And it was just a long thing.
So she's like scrolling through, she signs it. And by the way, this scene here in the real world is the best She-Hulk has looked CGI-wise in the entire show.
Right.
They actually, it looks like, took some time on her CGI for this one. So she finally goes through the door, and when she walks in, it's this huge room that has comics and racks.
Which that's interesting.
On the side.
Yeah, comics.
Scenes from all these different Marvel movies going on in the background. I'm talking, there was some Endgame, there was Eternals,
the first Avengers,
Thor,
all of it.
Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Like, tons of just...
It's very interesting to see that,
Marvel
though. I would give it that props just to see all the that in one setting. That's very interesting.
And she's standing there, and this robot comes down.
Right.
He's looking like GLaDOS from motherfucking Portal.
Portal. Yeah, Portal.
Looking like GLaDOS.
Doing one of these things. Would you expect
and it's got little hands.
Little hands. Doing one of these
It's got this like hat built into it to look like Kevin Feige's hat.
Right.
It's got like 3 eyeballs. Its name is Kevin, which stands for something I don't remember.
Knowledge something Nexus. And why Nexus? Hold on. See, there's that too. There was that word there too. The Nexus thing also.
And this is also where we find out that this Kevin, which is a representation of Kevin Feige.
Right.
Which I wish Kevin would have been in the show. That would have been just cool.
Man, now that probably would have been interesting. I wanted to actually see that.
But this was at least funny. And she starts to talk to this robot. She's like, you just threw together a bunch of plot points that all coincided in this one spot, and none of it makes sense. She's like, none of it. She's like, first off, you're really going to use the old tried and true enemy gets some blood?
Yeah.
She's like, no, that doesn't need to happen. And so Kevin changes it, and he's back to human form.
Right.
And then she's like, an Abomination, he needs to learn to take some accountability for his own actions. So then all of a sudden Abomination turns back into Emil Blonsky. And then she's like, Titania doesn't even need to be here.
Right. So she's gone.
So Titania disappears. Or no, she doesn't disappear.
No,
she didn't say anything about Titania. What was the other one? She's like,
Hulk.
She's like, my cousin Bruce
he
literally just dropped out from space.
She gave me a little smirk on that one because she's like
came right out to save me. This is my show.
Right.
So then, Hulk's disappeared.
Right, that was it.
Off the screen.
Off screen.
And she just starts she's sitting here just complaining. Well, both complaining But not just complaining from her, but complaining from the aspects of things that fans have been complaining about for so long.
Right.
Talking about how every Marvel movie and every Marvel product is the same. It ends the same way. She's like, people are tired of it. People are complaining about it. She's like, she starts throwing in things for the fans. She's like, when are the X-Men going to be involved? And he's like, I can't tell you that.
Or and then they talked about the FX team, and then you hear the drum. Hey, you get a little one right there. You get that one.
We actually missed over that one.
Right.
When she first gets in the room, Kevin asks her to turn back into Jen because her Hulk form costs too much money to keep it going.
But off camera.
He's like, but do it off camera.
Because he said the effects team were doing something else.
The effects team are off doing something else, and you hear the Wakanda
drum. So at least we knew that's where they went to. They went to Wakanda Forever. Okay. I like that drum beat though. Okay, they get that one. They get a little nudge. See, there were some decent moments to this crappy show. There were some decent moments.
And again, she's pointing out everything everyone has complained about with Marvel in general, and even Kevin is like, look, some are better than others.
Right. He leaves it to the internet because, like I said, some people didn't like Eternals, whereas some people do like Eternals. Like, it's just, hey, that's what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, that Marvel has made this stories that people like more than ever. Like, some people like Endgame. I like Infinity War better, but that's not the point.
And she even says, and it would be nice if you go ahead and drop Daredevil back in here. I would like some more time with him. Which doesn't happen at first. And so finally, at the end of it, she's like, he mentions that she's not going to be able to do this again.
Kevin said, you can't do this again.
He's like,
recalculated.
I cut it off the web. You're not going to be able to do this again.
And she was like, what? And no.
And then he's like, all right, see you in the movie. And she goes, really? He goes, no.
No.
Which she's going to be in a movie.
Yeah, we
know that's going to happen.
Yeah, they're gonna throw her in a movie somewhere. So Secret Wars, or there's plenty of places you could throw her ass in a movie anywhere.
I'm betting the next time we see her though is gonna be in Daredevil.
So we're gonna see her probably on another TV show.
Because in the comics, she does get fired from the law firm, she starts up her own firm.
Okay.
So I'm guessing she's probably gonna start up a firm in New York to be closer to Daredevil. Now she goes back.
Yeah. Can they say how do we do this? Sorry, a cut. I just call it a jump cut. Like okay, police show up and everything. Let's go.
She goes back, and now here's something else I want people to understand. This whole thing where she goes in and she talks to Kevin and changes up the ending is again a very She-Hulk thing to do. In the comics, on several occasions, she's gone out of the comic and talked.
Oh shit!
Hey. She's gone out of the comic and talked to the writers in the panels.
They gonna keep that. They gonna keep that in there, aren't you?
The writers are in the panels and she's talking to them and she's like, "This story doesn't make any sense. Why are we doing it this way?" So again, this is a very She-Hulk thing to do. So then she gets back, and Emil is being taken. Put back in the police
custody. He said, I just want to hold my responsibility. Right?
And she looks at him. She's like, "You do realize when you sign this, this means you're going to spend the next 10 years in prison." He's like, "Yeah, I'm going to own up to my issues."
Right. And he said it.
He signed it.
Write more haikus or whatever.
Got into the back of the paddy wagon, and then he's off screen. And then, out of nowhere,
superhero landing Daredevil.
Daredevil pops in, and I loved what they did with this because he looks very confused.
Right. He's like,
why the fuck am I here? For a second, he's like, "I came to help," and she's like, "Already took care of it. You're fine." And he's like, "Oh, okay."
He said, "Really?"
And the Titania's like, "Hi, Daredevil."
Right. And then her two friends are like, "Are they a thing?" He's like, "Yes, they are." He's like, "Are they a thing?" Yes, they are.
And then they take the guy away, and she tells him.
I thought she was gonna beat the shit out of him,
and she tells him she's gonna see him in court, so she's gonna sue him.
Which. Rightfully so, because she showed all her private stuff to me. So yeah, that's GG's on that, bro.
And then that's how the episode pretty much. Well, the episode ends with a cookout.
Fast and Furious.
And during this cookout, Matt Murdock is there as Matt Murdock. Jen's there as Jen. They're having this whole family thing. Everybody's getting together. Everybody's giving Daredevil kind of a hard time. They're like,
you here for a week? Babies.
Talking about babies and stuff
right,
like
only
that.
Here for a
he's
week.
like, I've only been here for a week. He's like the conversation always goes to that.
He said, buckle up. Like,
buckle up, yeah.
Hey, I give this though. The father was okay throughout the whole series. You know, he's there for a couple minutes. He's alright. He's alright.
And the show ends. I say quote unquote ends because we do get a post credit scene in this, but the actual show ends with the Hulk showing up. He's like, "Hey everybody, I've been gone. I know I've been on Sakaar the last few weeks." He's like, "But I want to introduce you guys to my son, Scar." So Scar shows up.
Right. So we get Scar now.
Okay. Who's probably going to be the character that actually replaces the Hulk in the MCU when the Hulk goes.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because the Hulk can't be around for too much longer.
Right. No. Yeah.
And I also feel like that's leaving us set up for the next time we see the Hulk. I really do think we're going to get a World War Hulk movie.
That's because remember they've been in that for a minute.
I think that movie is going to be during She-Hulk. While She-Hulk is going on, it's going to be everything that happened.
Okay.
Is what I think. I could be wrong.
So we can get the World War Hulk during their time.
But I could even see it being something where at the beginning of the movie, Bruce sits down as you know, whatever version Smart Hulk he is. I could see him sitting down with her and being like, "So I just wanted to let you know this is what happened when I got taken away," and then we get into the movie. The movie carries out, so forth, so on.
Because obviously, they've been in talks about this. To be honest, they've talked about this shit for about 10 years now. But that's not the point. Like now, it's like they're kind of. It's like somehow Universal and Disney kind of dotted some T's, crossed some I's here right now. So hopefully we do get it. I wouldn't mind loving to see where this takes off because we've been all dying to see this, at least, and then.
And then we get the post-credit scene.
Right, and then we get the post-credit scene.
And the post-credit scene is basically Emil's in his prison cell.
And he's just chilling.
Wong comes through and opens
out
the portal, and he's like, "It's about time you showed up."
Right.
He's like, "Sorry, I got caught up in another show," which is kind of a double play on things.
Right.
People don't know if he's going to show up in another actual TV show,
or he's talking about a show that he's watching. He was watching shows, and I think it's episode 2 or 3 or whatever, 3 or 4. So yeah.
But Emil goes through.
Asking questions. You got a pool? You got Wi-Fi?
He's like, "You guys got Wi-Fi?" And that part is funny because it's a double play on things.
Yes, it is.
The first one being Emil didn't have Wi-Fi at his little place.
Right.
And because that was a huge episode.
And he was even talking about, I
didn't want Wi-Fi. Get down.
He didn't want Wi-Fi and all that crap. Now he's like, I want Wi-Fi all day.
But then it's also a play on things because that's the very first thing that Doctor Strange got to deal with.
Right, we're not savages.
What's his face? Mordo giving him the Wi-Fi code.
He said, "What's this? My Mars? My mage or something?" He said, "It's the Wi-Fi password. We're not savages, bruh. Like, come on."
Right. So that was cool. And that's how it ended. Here's the thing. Me and Ralph majorly disagree on this episode. I give this specific episode a 10 out of 10. This is everything She-Hulk was supposed to be the whole time. I would have liked the show as a whole more.
If it was like that?
If it was like this the entire time.
Maybe that's it. If it was just like that. Get rid of all this other crap. If it was like that. Like somehow... Maybe one episode she stayed in that world, but then somehow she jumps out of the MCU, and then now she's... that would have been a hell of a lot better, actually. If she just jumps out of and get into the real world.
I don't need her in the real world throughout the series.
Okay.
It being in the ending is perfect, because it's when she needs things to change because the writers have done fucked up. Because, again, that's a She-Hulk thing. She does that. She confronts the writers in the comics. I understand that. But just more interaction with the viewers, not just a one-off talk here and there. You know, like there was, what was it, the second episode when she gets hired by the law firm.
Right.
And she just has one moment where she looks back and talks to the camera.
I'm better on these guys. She-Hulk, they go right back to just doing her thing.
Right. But no, again, this episode was everything She-Hulk's supposed to be.
Right.
Which is apparently not for Ralph.
And like I told him at work, I'm so happy I'm happy everybody liked it.
Everybody didn't like it. I liked it.
I thought
Trina liked it.
Okay.
Justin liked it. Damien still hasn't watched it yet.
Oh. I don't know where to begin.
Ralph wants the traditional Marvel formula.
Because hold up.
Because he doesn't like change.
This motherfucker got me too, and it did a bait switch on my ass. Let me tell you something. This shit, it started her ass off in a fucking prison cell. I was like, okay, here we go. Okay, and then like you see like her friends and the lawyer. Her friends are even one who got his hands up. I'm like, bro, she's in a thing, bro. But it's the fear of like what can happen. Even the lawyer was like, well, let's talk about you because you just exposed yourself. He did all this, and I was like, okay, yes, this is what's supposed to fucking happen. And then you got to put the inhibitor. I said, okay, we're getting somewhere. We're actually getting somewhere.
Which is something that I told you guys last week I didn't want.
This was, bro, I swear to God, bro. I didn't think this was gonna happen. I thought maybe she was gonna just get free or something.
Now, the way I stated it last week, though, was I didn't want the show to end like that. I didn't want it to end with her being an inhibitor and not being able to be herself. So,
right. But I was like, okay, and then the black chick who said it, they see you as a monster and a threat, and I said, hold up. This is not playing off. This ain't playing off well. I'm fucking playing. I know it's not. That's why I know. I was doing the Charlie Day from. It's always said, no, it's not. No, it's not. I'm gonna run a blackboard. What the fuck you mean? No, this is too. It's too good. Nah, this is too. It's too good. It's too good to be true. It was too good. And
but it's not good because it's not She-Hulk.
No, it's not.
Ralph has become this person where.
Oh God. Go.
We've said it from the beginning, and I've pointed out Ralph. This entire show has wanted her to be the monster Bruce Wayne was. Bruce Wayne.
Nice, we're keeping that in.
Yeah, we always do. It's not the first time I've called him Bruce Wayne. Bruce Banner.
David Banner. I can see you, Cat. Persephone scared the shit out of me.
He's wanted her to be the monster that Bruce Banner has been. But that's not her story. It's just not.
And then the paparazzi were coming in, and then the father was like, "Get the hell off my lawn!" He said, "I got water pressure for days." Hell yeah! And then it was so good. And then like we get into this point where she's sitting there like, is this how a hero feels? Because no, it's just getting kicked in the balls. I said, no shit, Sherlock. This is at the point now where a hero is at his lowest, so he or she can rise up to the top. Except we just kept rolling down the hill. Anyway, and then I was like, okay. Now she stopped protecting Hulk. Okay, nothing. She said, I'm gonna take a little Blonsky, and I said, oh, this is the perfect time. I'm like, whoa, hold up, G. Because I said this like over and over. I said, if we get an Abomination versus Hulk fight, I'm really going to... I would have had an orgasm right there. I was going to text you right now immediately like,
I wouldn't have gotten it because I had my phone put away.
I know, you would have got that bitch late. I'm like, I was going to text you about 5 text messages. Like,
you sent the text after you finished watching it before we even started recording.
Yeah, oh dear.
I'd seen Ralph, and I just...
No, yeah. I wish I would... now I want to go back and watch one of the episodes and be like, Ralph, here you go. Because I was like, this is not the... Yo, I saw to you like, yo, this is happening. This is fucking happening. It's happening, y'all. Let's go. We about to get this... We about to get this fight. I was like, let's go. And then... we get to the lodge, and then forget all the cringes behind that shit. That shit was all cringe. I'm sorry. I can see why the man Pug didn't like that shit. He said, I don't want to do this because it's fucking cringe, bro. Yo, I'm just saying, we need a man Hulk. Like, I wanted to punch that man in the forehead. Like, what are you talking about, sir? Like, I'm not just trying to say, because she's a woman, but. She didn't get those powers. I'm like, oh, fuck this. Let's get to the fight, because what the hell am I looking at now? And then I see Abomination come out, and I was like, and then Jen's there, and I'm like, okay, this is happening. This is about to be a 10 out of 10 on a fucking 5 out of 10 show. Let's go. I was ready. I was ready to pull that inhibitor off and let's go. I was ready to go to war right now. I mean, because here's the thing. It's just a bunch of man-hating people anyway. Again, Abomination. I was ready to start beating the shit out of people. And then he even says the words, "I'm sorry. This is it. This is what we all came here for, ladies and gentlemen. This was the...
This is not what we all came
for. Oh, no fucking
this
shit. I guess that... No, this is
what...
It got me so hyped. I was like... And I even said last year... I didn't say last episode, because what if he said... Before the fight starts, he's going to say, "I'm sorry." And then, here we go. Let's get it popping. And then... It just went all south. And I should have known when he said synthetic, which equals fake. I should have been like, fuck. Oh, where are we going with this? Because this is now it's going to. I wish I tell you said, "Oh, yeah." You get it. "Oh, yeah." Oh, shit. It did make me laugh, which is a lot of episodes couldn't do it. But this one, when she said, "Does this bitch never use a door?" She always busts through walls. This bitch never uses a door.
So,
shit. And that's when my shit went down the tube after that.
At the end of the day, what this all boils down to is those of us that want more comic accurate stuff in our Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
We're happy.
Yeah. I'm waiting for Wakanda forever.
Those of you that want the same story over and over again are disappointed.
Yep, I'm just happy.
Not every hero... Not every story needs to be get beat down. Gotta slowly climb my way to the top. It's the same story every movie, every Marvel movie.
Well, shit, that's what Wakanda Forever is gonna kind of be like. Because now this is gonna be at its lowest. Because we don't have T'Challa no more. We don't have Chadwick Boseman. So what? This is going to be the beat down of the moment. It's gonna be like, how are they going to rise out? They don't have their king no more.
No, they'll have somebody else.
Yeah, well, Wakanda's gonna be done for, but that's
we already know there's gonna be another Black Panther. We've seen the costume.
Yeah, and of course Wakanda's gonna go to Ash in a minute too, but that's not the point. Maybe that's their Wakanda Forever, like new Asgard out that bitch, but that's
So Ralph gives it like a 3.
I give it a 5.
I give this specific.
Oh no, yeah, I'm gonna give it a 10.
A 10, because again, as somebody who's at least read some She-Hulk,
that is wonderful
and understands it. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, if you want.
It is. Read some comics. I
do need to get back to reading though, but that's not the point.
That was
the point. I was ready. I was like, "Oh yeah, Think nothing. No, back up, back it all the way the fuck up. Back it all the way. Oh man, it was just.
Now, here at the end of the day, though. This isn't ranking or rating things based off of an episode.
No,
or 2 episodes. Because again, these last 2 episodes, I think I gave both of them a 10 out of 10. Or I might have given last week's a 9 out of 10. No, I gave last week's a 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I said it was almost perfect.
I'm going to say, did I go to 7? I think I gave it 7.
But here's the thing, though. She-Hulk, as an overall series, has fallen flat for me.
Okay.
As an overall series. Again, I don't think it's bad. But I don't think it's great either.
Right, like it's neutral. Would you rewatch again?
I mean, I've watched every
I know
one of them twice.
I know, we had to get that, but I'm saying in the future.
Yeah,
okay.
I'd watch it again.
Okay.
Because again, I don't think there is, other than What If.
Yeah, I'll never watch that shit. And they got season 2
I don't think there's a bad show or a bad movie in the MCU.
Well, like Kevin said, like people have different opinions over more. Like I like Loki, he don't like Loki. Not like you don't like it, but it's just not your.
Loki.
But
it's not amongst my favorites.
It's not amongst your favorites, which it's amongst mine. Which that right there. See, there are good parts. There are good styles over subs over that one because like he said it.
But
I don't pick and choose just to follow the internet.
And again, this is why it's great that it's me and Ralph.
Right.
Because we have completely different opinions on what we want from the MCU.
Right.
My favorite things that are happening, like with this show, basically standing up for women and showing all the trolls on the internet being just absolute asshats.
And just being cringy.
And they are.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ. I don't say that.
and pointing out that every Marvel property tends to end the same way. And all this other stuff that, you know, it drives people nuts. And then another one of my favorite shows, Falcon and Winter Soldier, touches on the race issue a lot. And that's stuff I want out of my Marvel stuff, because that's the stuff that's from the comics. That's the stuff the comics have pointed out. The comics for Marvel, like, people want to talk about woke culture, like woke culture is a bad thing.
Or the MCU, whatever the shit that is.
And it's like, the problem is, again, politically, the woke left is really far fucking out there. Trust me when I say I can't really stand most of them. But
I mean, like,
the term being woke itself, Marvel has been doing this from the beginning.
Right.
With the X-Men and stuff like that. And we've talked about this a lot. That is what Marvel is and always has been.
Right, yeah, it's never really changed.
And that's across the board. So that's the type of stuff I want to see more in the front in Marvel. Ralph is more traditionalist in superhero movies. He just wants, well, I won't say just wants, but he prefers action-packed superheroes, you know, two buff guys slapping man meat.
Okay, hold up.
That's a term I actually got from wrestling.
No pause on that either, huh? Just go straight forward. You see how weird this shit?
He prefers superpower beatdown type stuff.
Yeah, or maybe a climactic ending. I just want some shit. Like, I was and I told him, man, I really was trying, man. I promise you. I never try to rewatch it again.
Over and above all, where I was going with this.
Go ahead.
These last 2 episodes still did not save the show for me.
Which is really sad because, damn.
And it sucks because I'm going to tell you now, and this is something even Ryan Airy with Screen Crush
I am watching
said,
that
which you still should watch that.
Yeah, I should watch it, yeah.
This, for me, has been the best season finale in any Disney Plus show.
Okay. Because
it is the most like its comic that it's based off of, its comic series.
And I guess touching on the 21st century? Yeah, 21st century or whatever. So it probably hit home, too.
But it sucks when you have the best, for me, the best season finale in a show that, again, looking at the MCU as a whole, if you look at the MCU as one huge story, this feels like a filler episode.
Yeah, like it's just there.
The season feels like a filler episode.
Yeah, and that's kind of sad because no matter how many times you say it's my show, you're a filler show, lady. I hate to tell you this, like you're there. You're just, and that's fine. You could be there.
And filler shows, you know, for most people are fine.
Right, they're like I said, that's fine. But
you know, people like their Dragon Ball Z episodes that are, you know, Goku charging up
every fucking day
for fucking 6 episodes.
Yep, and he's it's like somehow the drawing, he's still in that position. It's like, okay, we're gonna draw him again. This time he's gonna move a hand. Motherfucker, can he fight? No, okay, he gonna move a hand this time.
Like, I'll tell you what, one of the worst things I've ever seen in DBZ is watch this man for almost 6 episodes build up a spirit bomb.
Oh, I don't even know how the writers even got away with that. They got away with that too, or not the animation, or even all of them. They got away with that. That's funny. He takes a hit for free episode. This is like, bro, you've been taking gut shots, like really, it's popping you in the stomach while you trying to lace this up. But okay, no, mine will always be the Super Saiyan one, and it's I said that because he already know. I got an ass whooping that day. I was like 5 or 6 years old. I was so mad. Charged up Super Saiyan, and then you hear the do. I was like, no, we are not waiting. And it's next week. It's the new shit next week. You get the repeats during the week. You only got the new shit. You got to wait till Friday. But that's not the point. I was mad that day. Why'd you bring up a childhood, you evil person? What happened? What is it?
Leave shit alone.
What is it? Find a cockroach?
No, he wouldn't find a cockroach. We don't have roaches in the house. Maybe a spider. We get lots of those.
Yeah, or a stink bug. My bad. I'm sorry.
But
overall, I'm happy I even saw the work. You thought I was supposed to be a little sarcastic. But I say I'm happy you guys liked it. I just think that it's just like what Kevin said. It's just like I said, what was for me or it's not for myself. You know, it's just I don't know.
But again, the show as a whole falls flat for me. So unfortunately,
and that sucks because damn, because you already know I'm about to give it a bad one.
The highest I can give it.
Oh no. This is how bad?
A 6.
Damn. I was gonna say a 5, bro. Fuck.
You can say a 5.
Yeah, no. I think I was gonna say it is a 5, like, cause I already know I'm gonna give it a bad one. Like I said, I'm gonna give it a 3, but I wasn't gonna not give it. Hell no, I was not gonna give it a 7 or 8. Oh, no. Like a 5. So it's gonna be like 5 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm gonna drop down to a 5.
Damn, that's crazy.
Reason why I don't think it's a B ranked show. And with my 6 and your 5, it would still put it in a B ranked show.
Yeah, no, what's in the B rank of mine?
What if? So, you know what?
What if's in B?
Yeah.
We put what if in B?
We did.
What type of drunk? We both drinking that day?
All right, so here's what.
Because the Chad boats really said it's the Chad. You know what? They get a pass for that because that's the only one. Because it saved
Here's the
shit.
thing. Now I'm gonna keep my 6. She-Hulk's gonna go up in a B. Because here's the thing. I still think She-Hulk is better than What If.
What If?
And I definitely think, and honestly, it fits this line that we have here. It's She-Hulk, Wolverine versus Sabretooth, Moon Knight, the Fantastic Four, season 1,
right.
the animated show, Slingshot from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Which, okay. So like I said, it's not horrible, but it's not good. It's
and if it was to go down to C, it would be on the same tier as Superhero Squad, and it's definitely better than
Oh my god. I can't wait till we pull that bitch out next week. That's going to be fun. That's going to be a fun one.
So yeah.
No, it's right where it needs to be. It's like
we're going to put it in the B tier.
Right. B is like a C. It's okay. It's okay.
At some point, what we may do is kind of drop some things down because honestly, I kind of want to drop Superhero Squad down to D, drop What If down to C, drop She-Hulk down to C.
Yeah. Like I said, it's not bad, but it's not good.
Well,
it's just here.
We'll keep them where they're at for now.
For now, at least. Kind of like I said.
Because again, Moon Knight wasn't a bad show. It just wasn't a show for me.
Right.
Which sucks because I liked everything individually about it.
Right.
But as a whole,
like your girl even said that she liked it all the way through the aspect of it. So okay, see, this wasn't us, man.
But yeah, so that is that. Next week
we cover 6 through 10, I believe.
We're going to be covering the last 5 episodes.
5 through, okay, yeah.
It should be
6 to 10, right?
8 to 12.
8 to 12, all right. Okay.
9, 10, 11, 12, or is it 13 episodes? Because we did 4 the first week, 4 the next week, and then it's 5 episodes to end it.
Right.
So there were 13 episodes. So it's 9 through 13. We'll be covering episodes 9 through 13 of the 1994 first season of Iron Man.
Yeah.
The animated show on Fox.
Yep. That's what they were throwing out the animated right too.
We'll be tiering that, as you guys can see it. Well, you might not be able to see it because our faces are in the way, but it's down here in the corner.
It's always me picking this shit. God damn it.
There you go. You should be able to see it. There you go. Right
Like
there.
every time I ask Nick, I like, Nick, is it Meech picking this? And he was like, no, it's you. Like, it's me. Like, I'll be asking you. It's your turn to pick. Like, nope, it's you again. How the hell did you Uno reverse me? How? Where? Like, how does it go back to me again, bro? That's crazy.
I picked last time.
Oh, man.
I was the one that picked Iron Man because I was super excited about it.
Please tell me. I just want to pick something good, Lord. I was like praying, like, give me
Most
something.
of the stuff you've picked has been good. You picked all the Spider-Man movies? Except for Spider-Man 3. You picked that, and that's still not a good movie.
Oh, I did pick Spider-Man. Fuck, I did, didn't I?
Yeah,
I did. I really was trying to think that. I really picked Spider-Man 3. Yes, I did. Shit. All right.
But yeah, so that's going to be next week.
Oh, let's go get not far from, let's get the Spider-Man when he first homecoming. Let's get the first time he showed up.
That'd be Civil War.
No, touche.
But yeah, so again, She-Hulk lands in the B category.
Which, rightfully so, like B. It's like a CB. That's what it is.
Right.
I can't put that bitch at no A and S. Hell no. Huh. You're trying to say now? You put that in this? It's like, so you saying She-Hulk is better than the Avengers? Like Everybody's Hero season 1? Right. Hell no.
So join us next week as we go over
the
last
we've been
5 episodes of Iron Man, and we honestly don't have much for the rest of the year other than picking old stuff.
Right.
We get to cover Wakanda Forever in a couple weeks.
Yep. That's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Like I say, you
like
still.
Middle of the month of
I was gonna ask you, since you've seen the second trailer, how do you feel now about it?
I mean, I'm still gonna go to theater to see it.
I'm gonna see it, but like, are you still kind of?
I'm just gonna. It's a wait and see thing.
Okay.
Again.
What the hell?
Gil, dude, leave shit alone. Again.
Go do it while you sleeping.
Because again, the first Black Panther, again, it's a good movie. It just wasn't up there for me like it was for so many others. But again, I wasn't the demographic they were aiming for. So I understand that. So yeah, I'm definitely going into this with interest.
That's fine.
I
just don't know how we're going to do this.
I'm hoping it blows my mind the way the last thing I got into for interest was. Because the
kinda,
last one I was interested in was Miss Marvel.
Right. It should.
And then Miss Marvel turned around and I fucking loved it.
Right. Because now it's got, well, basically, like I said, what's going to happen now that he's gone? So it's like this. That's the biggest what if moment right there. How about that? What if on that one? So, yeah. It's what if in real life on that one. So
yeah, that's next. That'll be coming. We'll be doing shows or movies depending on what we draw out of the box that's still sitting up there.
Out of the box.
Yeah, so next week Iron Man. With that being said, we love you guys. Thanks to everybody that hung out with us, and we will see you guys next week. Excelsior.
Watch Wakanda Forever.